Hi there. Welcome to Petra Insurance Brokers, where we help people bring clarity to their lives. My name is Charles, and I'm going to walk you through the medical insurance process the Petra way. Let this be your beginner's guide as to how to deal with your upcoming clients and how to navigate the medical insurance manual and apply it to your day-to-day life in Petra. In the presentation, I will also share links to some of our webinars in the past that explains the discussed section in detail. I would highly recommend you to go through all of them as well, as it will help you excel a lot faster in this field in an effective manner. Feel free to review this every time and reach out to your supervisor when clarity is required. Let's go. The objectives of this webinar are to serve as your medical insurance support or guide on your day-to-day client transactions and to promote process awareness and better client advice the Petra way. I hope you already have watched and reviewed the Petra Insurance Broker's introduction, deeply explained by our very own Mr. Ramzi Gourani, which shares our inspiring roots and future goals and the values that helped shape the company as where we are right now. As a recap, these values are empathy, accuracy, proactiveness, resilience, and communication. I'm sure you understand what these all mean in dictionary. However, I want you to dig deeper and analyze how you can apply these values dealing with your clients, colleagues, and life. These values are designed and collected to increase customer satisfaction, ease the workflow, and your quality of life. Now let's talk about medical insurance. Dubai Health Authority health insurance mandatory requirements. Number 1, all Dubai residents must have medical insurance in place. Number 2, maternity must be covered. And number 3, pre-existing conditions must be covered. I have explained these in detail in the presentation called Guide to International Providers, where I have discussed points about different types of insurance plans and its clientele. The link is below and will be provided to you after this webinar. Individual medical insurance. This is a policy that covers a single individual under a company sponsorship, an individual employer, or a policy that covers a single individual under a family sponsorship. Individual medical insurance also is a policy that covers single individual, including his family and or dependents. Pre-qualifying questions. These information you would require to obtain a quote from insurance providers for individual clients. It's your name, date of birth, marital status, emirate of visa issuance, basic or comprehensive policy requirement, preferred hospitals and clinics, target budget, pre-existing conditions, and special requirements such as dental, optical, psychiatric cover if there is. A pre-existing condition is any medical condition that started before a person's health benefits went into effect. This section is very critical and it promotes better awareness and understand medical insurance and its exclusions deeper. I have explained that in the webinar called Understanding Pre-Existing Conditions to learn more. In fact, As learning pre-existing condition is critical, a case study was also discussed by one of our own esteemed colleagues, Jennifer. She explained the repercussions of declaring or not declaring full disclosures in the medical application form. Again, the webinar link will be shared with you at the end of this presentation. Indicative premium and final premium. Indicative quotation or indicative premium is a reasonable estimate of a currency's current market price based on name, date of birth, not considering and possible pre-existing conditions and loading. The final premium, however, is an amount provided by insurance provider after full consideration of the risks involved and the indicative quotation. Further information are included in the Understanding Pre-Existing Conditions webinar, and it goes on the slides 7 to 9, which is called Types of Underwriting. Comparison table. As brokers, our main role is to educate our clients as to which plans are available in the market for them based on their requirements. It is important for them to feel the security that we check their options on their behalf that will help them save time and maximize our market experience to advise which is most appropriate based on their needs and budget. The comparison table will provide you the explanation in terms of rates or premium, benefits, and their requirements. Now, the portal that you can see on your screen is actually our newly designed, newly proposed medical insurance portal. Back in the day, we used to do our quotations manually, which exhausts a lot of time that can be used to do better things, such as follow-ups or closing deals. Now again, we're proud to share our newly launched portal that can help you calculate and prepare quotations with attachments in a couple of minutes. Kindly learn to utilize this advantage and quote as much as you can. The portal has to be updated on a monthly basis or whenever changes in the plans are required to keep it accurate. The link is stated on the screen as well. Now, these are the documents to proceed once the client agrees to a proposal that you've shared. The documents are passport, visa, Emirates ID copy, individual application form, related medical reports that includes treatment plan and medications, if there are any medical conditions declared, and full wellness check for overage members. Now, this is one of the samples of the individual application form. For individual and small group clients, full disclosure of their medical conditions required, otherwise the condition or any related concern will not be covered. Application forms vary from one insurance company to the other, and again, here's a sample with the questions that will be asked in the individual application forms. Once client has confirmed the plan and documents are already complete, we proceed with policy issuance. Now, policy issuance will be the process of submitting the documents to the insurance company and for them to start issuing the policy. This can be submitted manually to the insurance company or online using portal access. Respective turnaround time has to be shared with the client to set the expectation. Full documents and benefits guide, which is called the inception email, which explains how they can use the insurance plan in its network list, must be shared with the client. The Petra approach. As you know, there are hundreds of brokers and insurance providers in the UAE, which offer the same exact plan. Clients have the choice to go elsewhere. However, for us to stand out, our approach must be different. I've explained this in detail as to what makes us special in the Guide to Insurance Providers and Resilience Factor webinar. Group medical insurance. Group insurance health plans provide coverage to a group of members under one trade license and usually comprise of company employees or members of an organization, including their dependents. Group health members usually receive insurance at a reduced cost because the risks is spread across the group policyholders depending on the group size. The lesser the risk, the cheaper the premium. Now, obtaining a group policy will be somewhat different compared to obtaining an individual plan. You have to ask the size of the company. By asking the size of the company, we send the census list to the client and they revert with the information, which includes their name, date of birth, marital status, Dubai or other Emirate visa issuance, and the rest of the information that's required to get a quotation. Which plan is suitable, whether they want comprehensive, basic, or an enhanced plan. How much the plan will cost. Range of budget that the group is willing to pay for individual or the entire group policy. Some special requirements like specialist direct access, specific doctors, hospital, or clinics network requirement. Important benefits that they're concerned with, like psychiatric, optical, dental, or others. What do they expect for cases of emergency or out-of-country cover? Would they want a cover only in the UAE? UAE including their home country, regional, worldwide excluding USA, or worldwide coverage? Pre-existing conditions restrictions. As you know, it is mandatory for all Dubai Health Authority plans to cover pre-existing conditions. Now, these informations need to be asked as well for us to provide clear picture of how much the cost will be and its coverage. Maternity cover level. Various insurance companies can provide or adjust the level of coverage for maternity and other benefits. Clients can choose from 7,000 dirhams to 30,000 dirhams or higher, depends on their requirement and budget. Claims dispute handling level. This will explain as to how fast insurance companies reply or pay a certain claim. How's the process going to be? Is it online or manual? Or any members over 65 years old? Preset quotations for most insurance companies are available for members or employees from 0 to 65 years old. If there are any members over the age of 65, most of the insurance providers will have to ask these members or above 65 age employees or dependents to provide a medical application form. You may see the same in the page 3 of the medical insurance manual. Now, like what I've said earlier, the lesser the risk, the cheaper the premium. The bigger the risk, the higher the premium. That's just how insurance works in general. SME group final premium depends on the group size and its risks. Usually groups with less employees requires all members to fill application forms, and then final quotation will be released based on the same. Should the members or any of the staff declare a medical condition, they'll have to provide reports, and this will alter the set premium that you have provided earlier. The premium can go up, and again, it will depend on the risk of the member or members that's declaring pre-existing conditions. More members, less risk, less premium, and open for negotiation, especially if it's over 100 employees. Group size minimum to waive individual application form. Now this varies between one company to other, one TPA to another. For example, if you're going to be closing a plan under MedNet, the minimum will be 11 employees. Oman Insurance, minimum is 10 employees. NextCare will have to ask the members to fill medical application forms if it's less than 20 employees. Now, these will apply for SME policies, and no individual application form requirement for basic and enhanced medical insurance plans. However, most companies nowadays are asking the group to fill a group medical declaration form. The premium can also vary based on the same. Like medical insurance in the past, we used to request quotations from all insurers manually, which takes a lot of time to follow up and time to chase the insurance provider on the quotation. However, most of them have produced tools to easily code from our end for up to 150 employees. Now, we don't have an excuse not to code fast enough, and these are few of the tools for your reference from, for example, Oman Insurance Company, Max Medical, Nur Takaful, Alsager Insurance. Request your supervisor access to the most updated ones always for you to utilize, maximize, and start quoting these groups. As I've explained earlier, brokers' role is to provide their clients with clear market research as to which insurer will best cater to their requirements. This is our group version of it for your reference, which includes the benefits, the premium of one insurance company and the other. Now, once a group policy is confirmed, these will be the requirements for your references. These forms can vary from one insurance to the other. However, these are mostly what is required to issue a group policy. Trade license, establishment card, VAT certificate, Ministry of Labor list, medical application form if required, census list on their format, signed quotation and table of benefits, and KYC form. Same with the individual insurance policy. Once the client has agreed to the final premium and full documents are received, we can submit it manually to the insurance provider portal or send it to the insurance provider for them to process manually. Respective turnaround time has to be shared with the client as well to set expectation. Full documents and benefits guide, such as inception email, together with their network list, must be shared with the client as well after the policy is issued. One of the biggest drivers of the premium or rates is a hospital and facilities coverage, which is also known as a network list. These lists will include the cover of medical facilities under the purchase insurance policy. These are also handled by third-party administrator, such as, or also known as TPA, who reviews, accepts, or declines a claim within the network and reimbursement. Samples of the TPAs are NextCare, MedNet, NAS, Afia, SETEC, Oman Insurance Company, AXA, Daman Insurance, and others. Again, network lists are updated every month and needs to be sent to the client accordingly to avoid possible issues of non-coverage or complaint. Full TPA contact details will be in the page 26 of your medical insurance manual. After the policy is issued, usually most companies will have employees come and go. As brokers, part of our commitment is not just getting them a good policy, however, also walking them through the rest of the year in their policy period. Endorsements or additions and deletions and claims are part of this promise. Addition and deletion of employees in the middle of the group's policy. Requirements for addition are mostly visa application, passport, Emirates ID copy, or its application form. Please note that some insurance providers put restrictions or not accept late additions of members, especially for visa more than 30 days. And this is to avoid anti-selection. Requirements for deletion, however, will be cancellation letter and cut card copy. Most insurance providers are just sending e-cards nowadays. However, if physical card is provided, a cut card copy is required. Now, all these information will be available in the page 14 of the medical insurance manual, including the process of adding and or removing employees in the group policy. As part of the promise on walking through these clients of ours throughout the policy year, we conduct after-sales services such as quarterly hello. We do this every quarter, every 6 months, or every 2 months, depending on the group size. And this is when we check how the policy is doing. Do they like it or not? And also we utilize and maximize this time to cross-sell and upsell other plans. You would also understand what will be the plan in the coming renewal by asking questions. Client retention and accountability actions, claims assistance and support, weekend escalations, renewal options and terms. These will be available in the pages 16 to 18 and 25 in the medical insurance manual. DHA General Exclusions. Remember, not everything is covered. Please bear in mind that most insurance policies serve as curative rather than preventive, and coverage will always depend on its medical necessity. To protect the insurance providers, avoid malpractice, and to insurance premiums skyrocketing, these exclusions are designed by the government, such as Dubai Health Authority. Please note that these are standard exclusions, thus not covered in the insurance policy unless stated as covered in the medical table of benefits that the clients have purchased. Full list will be in the page 19 to page 20 of your medical insurance manual. Insurance has got a lot of bombarding words and lingo. However, we are always here to guide you to easily learn these information. Kindly refer to page 11 of your medical insurance manual to learn most of the utilized terms and make you sound and be an insurance professional even in day one. We are partners with over 30 insurance providers in the UAE, along with a couple of brokers. Full list will be found on page 28 of your medical insurance manual. Now, I've listed few medical insurance frequently asked questions. These questions are mostly asked by clients, especially nowadays, when they're purchasing a medical insurance plan. First question, is COVID-19 covered? As part of the Dubai Health Authority mandate, treatment of COVID-19 is covered under DHA policy from when a member is tested positive. However, tests are only covered when prescribed by a treating doctor should the member is experiencing signs and symptoms. Elective and planned or random tests, however, will not be covered under the insurance policy, which is standard across all insurance providers in the UAE. How can I have my pre-existing conditions covered? Should you wish to take out an individual or family policy, you will be requested to fill an individual declaration form or medical application form, which was explained earlier. The final premium will be based on that, and any medical conditions you have declared will be subject to review and will be covered once the policy is in place, or after 6 months, depending on the insurer that you choose. Please note that increase in the premium will be observed and will depend on the gravity of your condition and its possible complications. Does your health insurance policy cover routine tests? Most local insurance packages does not cover routine tests or executive checkup, as medical insurance is, again, like what I mentioned earlier. Medical insurance is more of a curative rather than preventive. However, there are policies that covers annual checkups as an added benefit. A few more questions and answers and helpful links will be in the page 28 of your medical insurance manual. As Petra insurance advisors, you have to be proactive in probing the right questions during the information gathering. Always be empathetic to clients and show them concern when pre-existing condition is being discussed, as it is always a sensitive matter. Ensure accurate information is provided to the client regarding the coverage and or non-coverage if pre-existing condition is not covered, declared or not. Be resilient and adjust loading and check with other providers when increase is not realistic. Constant communication is key to provide clarity and avoid negative repercussions and promote positive outcomes with clients. These are the links that will be provided to you later regarding the webinars that we did in the past. Please go ahead and review them, watch them as much as you can, as again, this will help you a lot on your journey to medical insurance. Thank you very much. And again, this is Charles. I hope you all the best and God bless.